I have not put up a video in quite a while, and that was done purposely because of all the chaos surrounding the election this year. But my channel is, after all, called America Under Audit, and with the current insanity going on, I felt it was certainly time to chime in on the situation. Currently, the lame duck president has put forth quite a few assertions regarding what took place in this year's presidential election. Of course, he and his team of buffoons have no real evidence to support their claims, but that's to be expected. This is a man who has, for his entire career, broached the fringes of illegality in every manner imaginable. He has defaulted on numerous loans, cheated on his wives, left hard-working contractors unpaid for the work done on his various real estate projects, lied under oath in depositions, created bogus schools that in turn defrauded the students, hawked everything from recycled beef billed as the best steaks in the world, when in fact they were steaks purchased locally and repackaged in New Jersey. He's hawked cologne, vodka, ties. The list just goes on and on. Every single one of these ventures was a complete and utter fraud. It just boggles my mind how any person with a couple of viable brain cells can put support behind a guy that is, and always has been, a con man. He is a snake oil salesman, plain and simple. And how people don't see that is beyond me. Even a shady used car salesman has an actual car on the lot that he's trying to dump onto some unsuspecting customer. He doesn't even have that. No product, no real plan for anything at all, no knowledge of the world as a whole. He has nothing of any value to offer to anyone. Now, he's transitioning into some form of profit-on-exit strategy, like a second-rate lounge-act comedian, hoping his dated jokes won't be spotted by the audience. Although, unlike most lounge acts, he's trying to get paid on the way out as well. I can only suspect he's forging some oddball scheme to provide a platform to scream out the last laugh on the American people. If ever there was a need for a muzzle on a raving mad hound dog, this may well be it. The United States Constitution has clearly defined guardrails related to office holders divesting themselves of any and all private enterprises while they hold office. It's called the Emoluments Clause, and it was put there because the writers of that Constitution knew all too well that people in power can succumb to the lure of even more power, and then more power, and more power, and on and on. The various buildings around the country and around the world that have his name plastered on the front of them, some of which he actually owns, have all been feeding the coffers of his insanely deprived ego and his lard-ass-sized wallet. Now, he wants to get paid on the way out the door. Sorry, chum. We gave it the office. We already have a good vacuum cleaner. We don't need any new non-stick cookware. And we get a good night's sleep using the pillow we already have. Go ahead and grab your coat, and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. The other elected people that continue to support this clown can only be doing so because they figure they can get something out of it for themselves. I mean, one senator in Kentucky, along with his wife, has stolen millions and millions of dollars from the American taxpayers for decades, and he still somehow managed to get reelected. Are the good people of Kentucky on dope or something? Does the rest of the country know that the state of Kentucky relies entirely on federal funds that pour in from other wealthier states? I mean, it's not like the profits from the Kentucky Derby pays all the bills for that state. No, the rest of the country does. Yet, this senator tries to say he doesn't like socialism. The same thing holds true for several other southern states. It's like the Reconstruction after the Civil War never ended, because the rest of the states in the Union continuously pour money into the southern states' coffers, year in and year out, and have done so for decades on end. How the average American does not know this is beyond me. I am a veteran and a firm believer in America and what that all entails. But, in my opinion, a certain type of change should be implemented with regards to the two-party system. I think a third party should be created, not a modified Democratic Party or a rebranded Republican Party, but an American Party. Not red, not blue, but in fact, red, white, and blue. We should outlaw all the corrupt big money donors for any and all candidates. We should take the Supreme Court justices out to the woodshed and give them a good spanking for saying corporations are the same as living, breathing people, but can't be held accountable for any transgressions or laws they've broken. What legal planet are these guys from? The Constitution and the Bill of Rights clearly state that we, as the governed, have the right and the duty to get rid of the governors if they are not acting in the best interest of the people they govern. This can be done at the ballot box, but with only two choices in those ballot boxes, it seems to me that we, the American people, are getting the short end of the stick in regards to our representation. Yes, the orange buffoon will be shown the exit door, and the former vice president is, without a doubt, a much better person overall than the scammer-in-chief we've had to endure for the past 4 years. But I propose to the people that we, as a whole, take a long, hard look at the current system and develop a much better way so that all of the citizens prosper the fruits and benefits this great country can offer. Not just the 1% that always seems to find a way to screw the little guy. Okay, so I've said my piece. You may agree with my outlook. You may not. But this is America. Here, we can agree to disagree if need be. Thank you all, and good night.